I made 88 videos for the Blenderender channel this year, and this is what I've learned. We're going to address some useful things in Blender itself, but also in time management, and I'm also going to tell you how I felt like dying near the end of the year. In 2025, I have acquired 2.4 million views, which is 176% more than in the previous year. That amounts to approximately 100,000 watch hours for 2025. I accrued 21.4 thousand subscribers. That's a little bit less than previous year, and I'm still figuring out why that is. Maybe you forgot to subscribe. Do your thing. I'm going to keep the total revenue in the shadows, but I will bring this right here to the past 28 days. So you can see that I got 134,000 views, 27,000 watch hours, 1.2k subscribers, and a whopping $384 right here on this channel. And mind you, that is from long form predominantly, but also some short form content. And now you're probably wondering, why is the estimated revenue so low? And that is mainly due to the audience that Blender attracts, and that comes down to the geography mostly of these videos. Now, as you can see, the largest audience is from India. Advertisers are willing to pay less for countries with less purchasing power. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you are an American, for example, you have a lot more purchasing power than someone from India or from Pakistan. And that also means that if an advertiser spends advertising dollars on YouTube in order to get you to buy their product, that they will spend less on this audience and more on this audience. So if you're wondering why the ad rep is so low, that's the reason why. Right now I'm at 49,329 subscribers. We're almost reaching 50k. I think it will occur somewhere in January given this pace. So now that we've got all the statistics out of the way, let's go over this journey month by month. We went into this year still doing the iPhone course, if you remember. We created an iPhone, made some cool renders for it, and overall I think it's pretty fun and accessible project. However, it is quite a long free course. It's 8.5 hours, but there were a lot of cool things covered, such as this high-level animation or some geometry nodes like this rock explosion, which is, in my opinion, a very underrated video. Then in February, I launched Lumio, which is the complete overhaul of Blender's lighting system. Makes it way more intuitive, way more simple to use, and this was a very fun project for me to create. Also because I got to dive a little bit deeper into programming, which I am not that affluent with yet, or at least at that time a lot less. And it was a great challenge to create a functional program that a lot of people use. So right now, I think if you take into account that this is also part of the King of Light, there are more than 1,500 people using my lighting solutions. So that's pretty cool. I really liked that I could do this year. Then in March, I had a couple of different projects I had to work on, so I didn't have much time for videos right here. But in April, I tried to make amends by creating a full lighting course. Now, April was a very interesting month because in April I worked for 400 hours. So I put the challenge to myself, was like, all right, I want to see what I'm capable of. I want to know exactly how hard can I work, how many hours can I actually put in. And I have some tips and tricks that you might want to know if you are also a very hardworking and arduous person. But before we go over that, what I actually uploaded in April was a complete lighting course. I still think this is one of the greatest lighting videos ever created in any 3D program, and I know that's a very bold claim, but I have not seen anything equivalent to this. So we literally dove into lighting physics, into cinematic principles that they also use in Hollywood and different types of movies. We dove into every single Blender lighting tool there is, so all 47 of them. We actually went and brought those principles right here in a real life scenario. Then we did 33 photorealism tricks that I wish I knew 4 years ago. That is action-packed, full of value in only 60 minutes. And then finally, I uploaded all of these videos combined here in a 1-hour lighting course. I still believe this is one of the greatest resources in Blender, or any 3D program for that matter, where you can learn about lighting. So yeah, I worked for 400 hours in April, and that is not to flex. It's actually not quite good for you. As a matter of fact, my house was a mess. I didn't clean things up anymore. I only used one plate, which I washed and washed, which I still do, by the way, because it's very efficient. And I can tell you, it's not really the greatest thing for your personal life or for the way that your house looks and is organized, stuff like that. So clothing was everywhere on the couch because I just took it out of the dryer, threw it on the couch, and didn't really fold it anymore, because folding is a useless activity if you're trying to work so many hours. Pretty interesting challenge. I'm very glad that I actually finished doing it, but I did learn a thing or two from it. So here are some nuggets. If I had to determine which skills make an excellent worker, it would be unlimited energy, excellent judgment, and unwavering focus. So basically, you work for long hours, you make excellent decisions all of the time, and you do that without distraction. So if you want to get good at working, then deciding what you work on is more important than how hard you work. But working hard is a strong advantage, and you can only do that if you have unwavering focus. So if you're distracted all the time, you're on your phone, or people try to take your attention away, then you are not going to get a lot of things done. You need to assess with excellent judgment what you need to work on, and then you do that every single day for the first 4 hours, and then eventually it will be done. Otherwise, you're going to get distracted, you're going to do different things in the morning that feel more comfortable, more soothing, and eventually when you look back at your month, you'll find that all of the things that you wanted to do, maybe only half of it got done or 33% of it got done. And once you do that consistently, you know that you're messing it up. But to be fair, managing time is actually one of the hardest things that you can do. So if you still have a job, like your boss wants you to do this, your girlfriend wants more attention in the relationship, your friends drop by out of nowhere. As you can see, time is not usually the problem. It's the fact that other people claim your time. This is the greatest issue. Everybody is trying to take your time, so guard it with your life, for it is your life. I have a list here on time management that I cooked up. So yeah, read that if you are interested in time management at all. So after this crazy month, I got an email from Fiverr who wanted to sponsor a video. And that's what they did. So I created a JBL headphone, I sent it to the Fiverr artist, and I thought it was really fun to see how other people approach this work, what goes on in their mind, and how they make their product animations. I think this is something very underrated that any Blender artist can learn from, which is why I also uploaded 100 product animations to inspire 3D artists. So then we started the headphone course. It takes around 2.5 hours to finish. There were some cool concepts in there. The modeling was nice alongside the texturing, but I think I could have spent a bit more time creating better looking environments and smoother animations. When I look back at this, I'm like, I could have done better. This is not the standard of quality that I uphold for myself. So here are 3 more Blender tips that you can use. Some processes take longer but add nothing. For example, not every animation needs its own background. Simply use one background for all your animations and this will save you a lot of time. Another tip is to think about the efficiency of your computer. And what I mean by that is that your render might be very slow or your viewport might be very slow. That is because you've already created the scene, you have a lot of different elements in there, and now you need to animate your product. It's actually better to do it the other way around. So you first create the animation and the camera motion and stuff like that, so you can see exactly what it looks like without any latency issues. So you have 24 FPS, for example, instead of 6. Or you make the animation in a different render. So you copy over your product in your camera, you place it in a new file in Blender, and then you bring it back, and then you'll have a smoother experience where you can actually see what the animation looks like. And the third tip is to save all your assets. Even if your asset isn't that good, if it upholds a certain standard of quality, the minimum requirement, then it should be added to your asset folder, which you can reuse later on. Following that headphone series, I was like, okay, let's teach people about some AI tools. I was hanging out with my friends and I just asked them things about Grok and Claude and One and VO and all that kind of stuff. And they really didn't know what I was talking about. And that kind of shocked me because I thought that people would be knee deep in AI and know exactly how it works and what tools there are out there. And frankly, they don't. So I was like, all right, let's make some videos about AI tools and then in specific for 3D because that is what this channel is all about. So I did the 3D AI where we went to Hanyuan, which is a 3D website for generating models with textures. That video blew up. It's one of the most watched videos on my channel. It's a video where I was like, all right, I need to create a video. Here's the 3D AI tool. Let's go into the website, just prompt something, show people how it works, and that's it. I think I spent like maybe 2 hours on creating this video. Well, in comparison to the lighting course, for example, it's nothing. So 2 hours is really nothing to create an entire video. And then that video gets 200,000 views, and my free lighting course, on which I spent quite a bit of time, only got 20,000 or 30,000 views. It's not necessarily the case that the more effort you place into something, the better it will go. In many cases, it's actually more about what you make the video about instead of how you make the video. If I can grow this channel simply creating videos in 1 or 2 hours without needing a specific skill and I will get hundreds of thousands of views, then that's a very great time investment, to be honest. So it's not like I'm complaining, but it is that I'm complaining. After the AI videos, we created some beauty renders, pretty cool ones, like this pink one or this blue one. So if you're interested in creating hero images like that, check those videos out, they're pretty cool. And I did that with this image as well, which I really like, and that's just some foreshadowing. Anyway, then we go to the Magnum mini course, and the short for this video, which I uploaded on YouTube, got like 500,000 views. So I was like, why not recreate this again and make all of these renders so that you guys can create something like this too. And then right here, we started doing the microphone. Very good model, very good textures, by the way. If you're interested in modeling and texturing, follow this. It's very good, especially for circular objects which have some more specific problems going along with it. And this one had a very interesting geometry note video. We had the premium product animation. I think that just looked really cool. I think that these videos didn't really do well because I was very lazy in my thumbnail creation. I just smacked like 3 images on a row here for all of these. So this is kind of like a hidden gem. Most people don't know about these, and that's because my thumbnails were absolutely terrible. I just didn't want to spend time on it. Very stupid. Maybe it is, yes, but who cares? So we have microphone sound waves in geometry nodes. That one is really cool because we have a sound wave coming towards the microphone and then it bounces off and changes color. And that's just something that you can do with geometry nodes, which is very hard to do without it. I definitely recommend checking out that one. I also liked the Instagram animation style. So Gen Z edits in Blender is what I called it. Didn't get a lot of views, but you get those car edits right on Instagram. You get these kind of robotic movements with the camera. It's sort of inspired by that, and I really think that's cool. So that was the microphone course, very interesting, but somewhere in between there, I decided to create an iPhone 17 because Apple launched the iPhone 17 and within one day I created a tutorial. Very good model, by the way. It's also a community favorite. It's been downloaded more than 3,000 or 4,000 times. I guess people like playing around with iPhones, and I totally get why. It's useful in very different scenarios. If you're trying to promote an app, for example, you can use an iPhone. If you want to create images for a website, and it's also very easy to animate and has some cool premium looking vibe to it. That iPhone creation also spawned the short that I created for this, where I tapped the iPhone and then it opened up, it showed itself. We have some wacky camera motions going through all of this. I really enjoyed creating that video. That was one of the most fun videos I created this year, I believe. Everybody seemed to like that too, and it got like 500,000 views. A pretty cool project right there. And then I did the same type of thing for a Ray-Ban. Pretty cool looking model once again, easy to create, and it's not that long of a tutorial, it's 30 minutes. Created some animations, premium environment, this one's pretty cool. So that was the last upload for that year, 2025, October 25, and that is because in October something scary happened. My heart started pumping like crazy. So what I had to do is lay down in bed, control my breathing, and hope that I didn't die. So for that moment, it completely destroyed my rhythm. I had very good momentum with everything that I was doing. I don't know what it was. It was probably a gut issue because I had those heart palpitations whenever I was eating or whenever I drank a coffee or whenever I smoked. So after a while, these heart palpitations stopped and I started getting back on track. And I trust in the healing power of God and my body. But in any case, that's the reason why I didn't upload. So at least I'm sorry to all the channel members who are paying for a monthly subscription who didn't get anything for that in return. I also failed to reach my own deadline as I'm working on the biggest Blender course in history. It's almost done now, but I started working on it in July and the idea was to have it finished by November. Needless to say, I didn't reach that goal. The course is almost done, and despite the absolute grandiosity of it, it's also very cheap and it has some added benefits. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for supporting me almost all the way up to 50k. In the next year, we're going to reach 100k, or maybe in the year after that. I don't care. I have the time. You will see me in 2 years and you will see me next year. So I appreciate you and I'll see you right there.